sharing.
Okay guys, good morning, well good afternoon, or depending on what time zone you guys
Screen
are.
sharing has resumed.
Thank you for joining another Q&A. This is actually I think this is the fourth one we have so far, so things are doing
Screen sharing is paused. Screen sharing has resumed.
Okay, I just hate when it does that. Okay, alright, so moving right along, I know time is short. Once again, my name is Thomas Wooldridge, and this is our Internet Marketing Q&A session. So without further delay, let me go ahead and get the first question. Okay, question number one: why you don't add blog commenting, guest blogging using Pinterest, and forum marketing in the newbies group blueprint? Is it because it's not appropriate for newbies? Okay, the answer is I actually have day 10 to day 30 created. I had some software issues with my Camtasia. It is now resolved, and basically I'm very busy just doing it on my own. For some of you guys know that my main core business is offline marketing, so I have several clients. Right now it's about 20 so far, and I'm always constantly meeting people and in meetings. So if some of you haven't experienced that, in the offline marketing, and that's just a small little taste of what to expect if you ever wanted to venture into that niche. So one of the key things that I learned is networking, and when it's networking, you actually have to step off the computer and not only communicate in Skype, but also have to meet people face to face. So needless to say, that has kept me very busy. So my time is less to devote to creating more content. So, like I said, if someone is out there that's willing to help and they have the ability to do some Camtasia, because there's several of you guys have become very good at particular Web 2.0 properties as well. So I know some Squidoo, some guys are doing very well in Squidoo, some guys are doing very well in Hub Pages as well. So if you have a particular, if you feel like that you're particularly strong in a particular area, and you can create a Camtasia video or any other type of desktop sharing type that we can use as content, please let me know. I really appreciate it. I think it will help everyone else overall as a team. But like I said, day 9 is not the end-all be-all. We're going to continue this operation. Lord's willing to, I can't do it no more. But I want this to be continual and group. Many of your teams are doing very well and interacting and asking questions and answering questions for everyone. I really appreciate it. But just be patient. I'm gonna get there, and if you can help, just please do let me know. Okay. Question: should you put a price on a website? Several of you guys are not are doing some informational marketing, and informational marketing is good, and a lot of time, informational, if it's service or product related. Products are typical. People usually have prices on products, especially if it's an e-commerce site, because you got to know what it is before you buy it. But some sites, and you probably noticed it yourself, lead generation sites, sites that want you to submit your information before you see like a one-time offer page or things of that nature. I'm saying put a price on there. Why? Because it's that old saying, if you have to ask, then you must not be able to afford it. So people put that in their mindset, like, you know what, I'm not even going to waste my time to add this information because I don't know I don't know how much it costs, so it must mean a lot of money. So it's no point of putting my information there. But I'm going to tell you, you put a price on there, you're going to get a higher opt-in rate, and there's several statistics that have shown that. And additionally, what you could do is, especially if you have a service, is you could have a trial period. Many people, and you probably notice on what we call SaaS type websites, is software as a service, typically they will give a 30-day trial for all of that. Maybe the full feature for 30 days. And the reason why you want to do such a long trial period is a situation where you want them to put them in. It's called too painful to disconnect, and that's one of the methods that you like to use. I like to use from our offline world as well. What that means is when a company invests a lot of their time into a product or a service on a trial basis, they're going to get to a point where, I got too much work in there. During the trial, I added too much stuff in there, and I got a lot of things that I was checking out. I have to purchase extended period of time. So 30 days is an optimum amount of time to get somebody or a company or a person well deep into your service on your website. So 30-day trials and having a price will definitely increase your opt-in submission rate. And you'll be surprised how many visitors you're turning away by not having a price or even having a free trial. And try not to be so stingy with it, like a 7-day trial. A 7-day trial might not be enough to do that. Okay? So next question.
Screen sharing is paused. Click on the selected application to resume sharing. Screen sharing has resumed.
Okay. Let me go back to that question. I messed up. Okay. Alright. Question. I got this question earlier, and I figured that it would be very good to share with everyone. Is should I only focus on backlinking sites that are do follow only? Alright, the answer is no. You want to use different ways and different methods of having your backlink strategy. Just don't want to use one type of strategy. Meaning, if you're going to create forum profiles only, or you're going to do WordPress commenting only, are you going to do Web 2.0 only? See, well, basically what I'm trying to say is don't leave a footprint. And a footprint is just looking at a bunch of clues, like different backlinking strategy, and finding out that it looks spammy. You don't want to look in the eyes of Google. You don't want to look like you're doing a lot of spam. And spam does not only just mean emails. I mean, spam is you probably see it if you had your blog. You probably got tons of comment spam. Tons of forum profiles that don't have no activity in them. All those are indicators of a footprint, and that's something that you do not want to track. And that goes for is only using do follow blogs. You have to have a mix of different types of links because it looks natural. That's the key word, is you want to look natural. Now, if you only have links to do follow blogs only, then it's not going to look natural. It looks unnatural because it's just not possible just to have links on only one type of site. So, in a nutshell, I know there's a lot of want to have that backlink in the link juice, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes these no-follow blogs, they can give you a lot of traffic just by the clicking referral traffic, because referral traffic is probably better than a do follow blog, and so hoping to get some of that link juice. Okay, so like I said, just create a natural way and just create a wide variety of methods, and not just try to use one type of technique. Okay, next question. How do you create a conversations on social media site, and why is this important? Okay, the answer. First of all, it's important because, like I said earlier in a couple of other my videos, is is there's a huge shift in search engine optimization and in the way Google's algorithm is spitting out the results. So there's creating a much more higher impact on social media. So if your website is being talked about, or your brand or your product is being talked about more on social media sites, then it's creating a higher relevancy for search engine rankings. So I want to say that if you had to choose between backlinking or social media, you should focus on social media. But what we talk about is creating a balance, something that's natural, because just keep in mind that Google is not the only one in the game. Okay, but back to the original question. How do I start conversations? Okay, number one, ask open-ended questions on there. Reach out to your fans. Reach out to your followers. See what they think. And you can do this by having polls, and you can create contests. Just anything that you're hoping that they're not saying a yes or a no question. Get some thought-provoking questions. Have a question or a statement that creates a burning desire in them to say, hey, I want to answer. I need an answer in this. I need to put my 2 cents. So that's how you create a conversation. Might not be too controversial or too political or show favoritism to a particular sports team or a particular country, or sometimes you can create a division on that. And it's so funny, I had read an article about a recent article, and one of the members had shared it to me, about online reputation. And there, President Obama was visiting a pizza place, and there was a picture of the owner and President Obama hugging, and they posted on a Yelp review. Well, needless to say, that Yelp, there were comments from people from 3,000 miles away posting about, I'm not going to visit this place, why are you doing it? But it created a huge division. But at the end of the day, it all worked out, and that pizza place became very popular. But my point is that try not to be too controversial, especially when you talk about religion, politics, and things of that nature. Sometimes that's kind of off limits, unless that's what your niche is, choosing one of the sides. Okay? And then secondly, don't always try to pitch, because when you're always pitching and pushing your product, you could literally tune out your audience. Many people will just simply ignore it. I mean, you probably have something similar in your Facebook. When you look at your wall, there's always that one person that posts about the same thing over and over. It's not necessarily they're pushing a product, but that's all they talk about is one thing over and over and over again. Every hour, every day, every minute, they talk about the same thing, and you eventually just tune them out. Even though they're posting on your wall, you know how to make it invisible, and then you kind of like added a virtual ignore list on the back of your brain. So that's basically how to create a conversation in your social media profiles. Okay, next question: is SEO really dead? Answer: it's not really dead per se. It just has changed. And just like anything else, things evolve. And when things evolve, we need to make sure that we put our best foot forward and be prepared for the changes that's coming. So the good thing is, it's not the end of the world, because you never know that the strategies that you had today or the strategies that worked 5 years ago, it might come back. So we don't want to completely change everything in our strategy, but we just need to learn and to adapt. You've got to keep everything very fluid. Okay? So, and just keep in mind, Google is not the only one in the game. Bing, gets a lot of traffic. You can get a lot of traffic from Bing. Yahoo gets a lot of traffic as well. And there's also several different search engines that get a lot of traffic. So just keep in mind that that's not the end all be all. There's a lot of more emphasis on Web 2.0 properties, not for backlinking per se, but to get referral traffic from them. I know I cannot stress how important that is when you create these Web 2.0 properties, you want to be interactive. Comment on other places within that Web 2.0 property and be something of a value in the community. Use your persona to leverage as yourself as an expert for that particular niche, and you do that by being more interactive with other lens masters or hub pages. Okay, so like I said, social media, very important. Once again, Google Plus is key. Google Plus is very important. If you haven't got a Google Plus account for your niche, you need to get that done right away, because I cannot stress how important and what Google is setting in place for. It's just something that you just got to see the writing on the wall. Google is adding more of their vertical products within the search engine results because they want to promote them. Okay, they're working very hard to beat Facebook on the internet. So, and they feel that Google Plus is probably going to be like their own version of Facebook. Okay, so you never know the way the internet is. I mean, at one point, MySpace, if you guys remember, MySpace was king, and then Facebook replaced it. So, not everything is guaranteed. Okay, when we think about search engines, at one point Yahoo was the king of search engines, and you see what happens now. So, just always remember just to stay fluid and be prepared. Always have your best foot forward, and always, just be ready for changes and then adapt. Okay, so that would do it for the Q&A. Once again, my name is Thomas Wooldridge. Visit my website, thomaswooldridge.com. That's ThomasWooldridge.com. You can always get me on Skype, TWOOL9, TWOOL, the number 9. And I will see you next week. Just keep those questions coming, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them on the webinar. Thank you very much.
Screen sharing is paused.